Impeachment is not a tool to paralyze democracy. Instead, it is the only constitutional mechanism available to protect democracy when its institutions are threatened by a president's actions.
Bill Clinton acted deplorably in his personal behavior. But what the American people are saying loudly and clearly is, let's get on with the business of the American people.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
The statement I made to the president of Ukraine, a good man, a nice man, knew was perfect.
Our nation is indeed at a crossroads. Will we pursue the search for truth, or will we dodge, weave, and evade the truth? I am, of course, referring to the investigation into serious allegations of illegal conduct by the President of the United States, that the President has engaged in a persistent pattern and practice of obstruction of justice. We know that House Democrats have been indulging their impeachment obsession for nearly 3 years now, a never-ending impeachment parade in search of a rationale.
The American people don't think that they have made a mistake by electing Bill Clinton. And we in Congress had better be very careful before we upset their decision, that our decision to impeach him was based upon principle and not politics.
Using its full constitutional authority, Congress, in my view, should demand the information it has a legal right to receive. The President does not comply with such a request from the Congress. He continues to obstruct Congress and flout the law. Donald Trump will leave Congress, in my view, no choice but to initiate impeachment.
So the point I'm trying to make is you don't even have to be convicted of a crime to lose your job in this constitutional republic if this body determines that your conduct as a public official is clearly out of bounds in your role. Impeachment is not about punishment. Impeachment is about cleansing the office.
From my point of view, to impeach any president over a phone call like this would be insane.
The great story here, for anybody willing to find it and write about it and explain it, is this vast right-wing conspiracy that has been conspiring against my husband since the day he announced for president.
To see him in the office of the president, putting his own personal and political interests ahead of the national security of our country, just pierced through whatever confusion or denial people had.
I believe the evidence of serious wrongdoing is simply too compelling to be swept aside. I'm particularly troubled by the clear evidence of lying under oath. And the truth must be the bedrock of our judicial system.
I don't see it. I just don't understand how they can say it's because there's a quid pro quo, and then we find out there's not a quid pro quo, that they're still proceeding.
It is time to move forward, not have the Congress and American people endure the specter of what could be a year-long focus on a tawdry but not impeachable affair.
The president's conduct made an impeachment inquiry unavoidable. The events of recent days have brought sharply into focus the question of whether President Trump abused the powers of his office and betrayed the public trust for personal political gain.
Today, the Republican majority is not judging the president with fairness, but impeaching him with a vengeance.
We have to be worthy of the Constitution as we go forward. We have to be fair to the president, and that's why this is an inquiry and not an outright impeachment. And we have to give the president his chance to exonerate himself, but he thinks what he did was perfect.